All right, guys, so we molded her, right? Molded her down with a grade foam of your choice, right? And we just took the top and we just kept that and blew that out, right? Even before you even put her under the dryer, in my opinion. Let me say that again. Blow out that top. You don't want that to get crunched up or kind of, you want that to still be free flowing, right, on the top. No foam, no product, in my opinion. Maybe a good serum. Put your foam and mold the sides tight, right? And then come and just blow out the top portion prior to putting them under the dryer. 20 minutes later, right? Don't overuse the foam, guys. The more foam you use, guys, if you overuse it, that means the client's going to sit under that dryer a lot longer. And we don't want to really keep them in there all day. We want to get what we got to get done with the styling, and then we're done. So guys, after we mold her around, now I don't want nobody to, talk about me, right, or troll me about the color on her skin. We are going to use color remover when we're done. But we're in the salon, we're in the lab. So I know this is a tutorial, but I wanted to point that out. There are some variations of the direct dye on her skin, but we have a color remover that'll take that right off. Right now, we're just focused, we're in a zone, and now we're going to clean up that cut that we used with the scissor over comb earlier in the tutorial. All right, so now we're going in being mindful of, I want it to be tight around her neck, but I still want a little fullness because I want to show off the kind of depth or reddish purplish color that we've used in the nape. This was the Wild Orchid from Pravana. If you're interested in this, it's a beautiful color. If we did put it on everything, it would have gave us this beautiful medley of violets and reds and RVs. In this instance, we're only using it in the base, and it's one of the colors, the 4 colors that we're using at the top. So we're cleaning it up, guys, with some clippers, giving her really strong points. You got a lot of clashing of tone. You got a lot of clashing of different shades of red, but now we also want to clash with this softer taper, not a whole lot of curling at all that we're going to do on the sides. I want it to be fuller. I don't want it to be so bald on the sides. You could go very close with a barber look, but I want it to just be tight. I want it to just be a solid base to kind of sit almost like you got a solid pair of pants, but a really pretty shirt with a bunch of colors. Does that make sense? The shirt will stand out when the bottom is black or solid, right? You don't pretty much see somebody with a colorful pair of pants and a colorful shirt, right? That's 2 different patterns. Let the base be very solid, right? And then on top, we can have all of the party or the party up top, and business at the bottom. So going in and just pressing it out, guys, can you see that variation? Can you see all of that dimension, reds, and there are some oranges in there, and you see a pink, and all of those different placements, being mindful to brick lay on top of the alternating blinds. So we're clashing it twice. Brick lay may be diagonal, blondes underneath on a horizontal panel, falling vertical. That's where the fun happens. So of course, now listen, I had to pause for a second. Here's that orange. Here's that orange that we placed in, guys. That orange now is the star of the show in the back of the haircut. And yes, I get excited about looks even though I created them and I'm doing my own voiceover, and you should too, guys. We're still here to have fun, right? So can you see all of that different variation, guys? And now we're going to go in and cut the color. I want to keep it full and kind of almost laying this bob on top of this seemingly pixie hairstyle. So again, I'm clashing again. A lot of bob techniques that I'm using for the top of this haircut, really wanting to see things to be really short in the back. Now watch what I'm going over here. I'm pulling that orange piece to her face or forward, and then I'm pulling the side that's kind of heading to her face, I'm pulling it back to the orange. Let me say that again. The very middle of the back of the head in the back, guys, where that orange lies, I'm pulling it out of natural fall to push to the front of her face, and then I'm pushing the sides of the hair back to the orange. So they're going to be bouncing back and forward and clashing, because anytime you pull something out of natural fall, you're telling it to swing in the opposite direction. So I'm using really detailed cutting techniques to highlight these different variations, putting a ton of layers, guys. Being mindful to put these hard, solid lines on the side, but a lot of variation and movement and cutting and layers, guys, on the top, so we could really see what we did with the color. Seeing that root that we relaxed, As we pull up, you see tons of different variations of the color. And here, guys, this is a cutting tutorial, but I really want you to have fun. I want you to be organic with this. Sometimes hair cutting can be very, very structured, but some of the best hair cutters in the world, guys, really are going from a feeling, and they're going from a shape that they have in their mind. I want movement up top. I want things to move around, whether it's straight or curled. I want hard, solid lines around the perimeter, right? So I want things to fall and feel like a bob if she wore it straight, but I want variation up top because I got a lot of things going on. And if you don't go in there and create layers and movement, then colors will just lay on top of each other and you can't see them. You got to be able to show movement with or without curling so the client can see at first glance all of the different variations that you placed in. We want to make sure that they see the effort that was done with the pre-lighting or the blonding, see the effort that was done with the direct dye placement, and also see it with the haircut. So just blowing out those pieces, guys. And you know, I love to curl hair, but I like straight hair too, right? She could just walk out as far as I'm concerned, and we could put on some lipstick and do a photo shoot. But I am going to give you two different styling variations of this so you can see how both of them look, either straight or curly. Right, so we are pretty much done, guys. Done deal. You can choose a different cut and go shorter. You could flip this out and go really, really pixie in the apex. It's totally up to you, but we want to give a full variation to show some length up top in relation to that very short and tapered size. Guys, check out this angle. Can you see how we wanted? We knew the hair was going to separate in that back kind of cowlick area, and then that orange, right, is popping out. But can you see the pinks and the oranges and the reds? And of course we put on a pink lip, and she just had like a soft pink outfit, and we found the most contrasting color outside, green leaves, to contrast with the complementary color red. That's a major key for photography out there. For people that are shooting their looks, let the photography also understand show your colorist eye as we are creating looks outside. Guys, can you see that? Can you see the variation that's in there? Can you see that this is not $50 hair? The cut alone, guys, is $50 to $70, guys. The color is $150 itself for the color, and we still had to relax and style her. So yes, you can keep it 100. You can also keep it 200, and you can darn sure, guys, keep it 300. It's up to you to combine and leverage all of your techniques and your skills to create these beautiful looks. I hope you guys really, really love this tutorial. Please ask me any questions in the comments. Guys, leave me any messages. I can answer any detailed questions on formula, but I tried to just give you a power pack one here. Guys, utilize this. Leverage this tutorial. Use it on a client. Recreate this look. Don't just be here for entertainment. This is education to be better at styling, better in your salons, to ultimately bring more finances in your pockets for better lives. Guys, we appreciate you, Tribe, and we're just going to keep on bringing it all summer 19. We appreciate you for subscribing to the Tribe membership, the future of education in the beauty industry. It's a hair show in your hand.